10 expensive CSGO skins that are garbage. Lol. Jesus' taste can be weird sometimes, so I'm very interesting for this video. Let's see. I know that he hates the Fire Serpent. I think 100% one of these guns will be the AK Fire Serpent. He hates that skin.
Hi, I'm Jesus, and in this video, I'm going to be looking at 10 expensive CSGO skins that I think are actually garbage. When it comes to skins, being expensive is not the same as being good. People will pay insane prices for all kinds of crap, and in this video, we're going to be looking at some of the most famous examples. It's also probably going to shit on at least one skin you really like. You've been warned. Let's get into things. Number 1, the Sword Hopper. Okay, so you might be asking, expensive? What are you talking about? But actually, this ugly piece of crap is over $100 on the Steam market. Naturally, it's not because of its looks, because it doesn't have any looks. It's a vanilla sword off with some glossy paint slapped on it, but because it's used to trade up for the Desert Eagle Blaze. And you might say that's a redeeming quality, but that trade up can only be done at a loss these days. So yeah, this skin is pretty bad. But it gets worse. Number 2, the Negev Anodized.
Okay! So are they all just trade up skins or what? I wish it was. Let's see. I mean, there will be some other ones as well, probably.
This is the laser beam gun, except with a bit of blue on it. Pretty mid, which is naturally why this thing is worth $400 on the Steam market. And if you're wondering how such a bad skin on a bad gun in a Forgotten Collection can be worth that much, it's because you can use it to trade up for the Glock Fade. A trade up which is currently massively unprofitable. So yeah, this thing sucks. Number 3, the Phase 2 Gamma Doppler from the Riptide knives. Now, believe it or not, when the Gamma knives were first released in the appropriately named Gamma case back in 2016, the Phase 2 quickly became the most popular pattern after the Emerald, because in part it was considered to be kind of a fake Emerald. But for whatever reason, when the finish was reused for the Riptide knives, Valve screwed it up completely, and it came out looking really dead. The main reason for this appears to be that they decided to use this dull camo green on the handles that just looked...
I love it. That's one of my favorite colors, I'm not even kidding. That's one of the reasons why I love this face. This color to me is so sexy.
Bad compared to every other phase the skin came in, and they quickly lost their spot as a top tier phase as a result. But somehow, they're still more expensive than phase 1s and phase 3s, which is something I would never understand.
I love it!
Because they just look so much worse. Number 4, the Fake Gloves and Marble Fake Gloves. Now, the reason these gloves are on the list is that they wear like garbage. This is a field tested set, but they look like they're battle scarred, really battle scarred. They look like trash. I don't know why this particular set of gloves wears so badly, but it just kind of ruins them. They're fine in good condition, but getting them in good condition is just so hard to do. And the rest of the time, they just look like dog shit because half the paint's missing. Number 5, the best Karambit Fire and Ice in the game. So this is the 412 Karambit Marble Fade. Also,
oh chat, he's gonna glaze the hell out of me. He's gonna mention, because I was like a long time ago, I was thinking between buying the number 1 pattern, Karambit Fire and Ice, aka Pattern X412, which is has the most amount of red, but the corner is very disgusting on the 412. Float doesn't mean good corner. Pattern plus float. If the pattern has a good scratch pattern, that equals good corner. And the number 1 pattern on the Karambit has a terrible scratch pattern. The corner is always almost one off. This right here is the second max.
Known as the best Fire and Ice pattern in the game. And I think it sucks. Why? Well, because this particular pattern ID wears really badly. So no matter how good the condition on this thing is, it will always have some amount of scratches on its corner. Like there will always be a bit of paint missing here. And given these things can sell for over $10,000, the fact that there's always a bit of paint missing on the corner is pretty unfortunate. Number 6, the Medusa. So what's wrong with this skin? Well, basically, it's a very expensive blue orb worm god that's got much lower effort artwork. And if the blue really matters to you, well, there's other options that are just as good, if not better, and don't...
Nah! Bro, I love the orb Medusa. Oh, but I can see why people don't like it, bro. I can see it. Why? Because the expensive artwork that you're basically paying for, right? The Medusa, like everything, it's in the back. And what do you have in the middle? A bunch of deep ocean blue with some snakes. I can understand it if you break it down. But the Artheris is an amazing budget op. I don't think that's a stupid take. But yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
What's wrong with this skin?
I understand.
Well, basically, it's a very expensive blue orb.
But I love it personally.
Got much lower effort artwork. And if the blue really matters to you, well, there's other options that are just as good, if not better, and don't cost an absolute fortune. Unlike the Dragon Lore and the Gungnir, the Medusa never really became a legendary skin. And honestly, when you look at it, that is not really a surprise. Number 7, the Orb Fade. So, you know Valve were having a particularly lazy one when they decided just to slap the fade texture on the entire orb. Either way, the result is about as subtle as ohnepixel unboxing an NIP paper, and I think it looks pretty fucking bad.
And we continue.
Given how much of a high tier skin it's meant to be. Number 8, the Lightning Strike. Okay,
what?
So what is my problem with the Lightning Strike? It's the texture. It's way too low res. Now, I found the original image.
But they fixed that, no? Chat, the Orb Lightning Strike is a lot more high res than it used to be. A lot more. One time they fixed it.
It was based on, and look, some of that fuzziness is probably a bit baked in. The original image is a bit grainy.
Don't say no. Yes, they did. 100%, bro. It is cleaner than it used to look. Oh, my trip in chat. I swear to God, they fixed it a little bit. Yes! Bro, it used to look so pixelated. Yes, they did. Okay, let's just say not fix it, but they did make it better.
And overall, the Lightning Strike is a cool design. I genuinely like the idea behind it. But the end result is just too grainy. If it was just a little bit crispy, it'd be perfect. But the way it currently is, it's basically just the Orb 144p. Number 9, the X-Ray. Just look at it. This is meant to be on the level of a Dragon Lore. Next, number 10, the Fire.
Love how fast he's over with that. I can, yeah, for AK X-Ray, I can see it.
Serpent. I hate this skin.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a kid scribbled on a default AK, and the dragon itself looks like it's missing chromosomes. Now, I know part of this is just an aesthetic style, but the problem is I think the aesthetic style is fucking awful and I hate it. This is definitely my least favorite high-end skin in the game.
I knew it, bro. I told you. He hates the AK Fire Serpent.
I think it's only famous and expensive just because it was the OG covert skin. Like, I don't think it's actually good in any actual way, and that's why it's, you know, in last place on the list, because it is my absolute number 1 most hated. Anyway,
like it.
That's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully I've made you angry about at least one of these skins, but if you don't completely hate me after watching this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your guts. I'm Jesus, thanks for watching.
Okay, dude, it was a good video. I'll leave it a like.